It's working. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. We got some fun masks for you guys. This is Shadid. I'm Hushki. Good to see you guys. All right, we're gonna do a AMA today. We're live from Dubai for Token 2049.
Oh
We've been cooking some stuff up for you guys, so we're gonna share some updates. All right, all right. I'm gonna bring some people up here to talk, so feel free to jump in as I invite you up. We're gonna get you guys in here. All right. I'm gonna manage people from back here. We'll put Ahmad up in the front.
So guys, we're here for few minutes, as long as we can handle. We would love your questions you guys have project, and as much as we can without declaring secrets of what's coming next. We're gonna keep the excitement here. We've been cooking a lot of work, thanks to all the team here. Team came in from Germany, SF, LA, New York. We've been cooking something really good to be here. And
let's get this started.
Let's get started. Yeah.
All right, guys. So you know how this goes. Feel free to unmute. We'll take some questions. Whoever wants to start first.
How's it going, guys? Can I ask you guys a question about IONET?
Let's do it.
So I was talking to a buddy recently who got me into IONET. Is it kind of like a wrapper for GPU and maybe not CPU, but for GPUs, like utilizing like Render and some of the other big players? Like, what's the difference between IONET and something like a Kosh?
Yeah, I can take that. So IONET is more of we're deepin of deepins, right? So Render, Filecoin, Akash, these are all deepins, and I'll go into some of the competitive differences between the two. But what IONET does is we not only aggregate hardware, GPUs and CPUs in our first party network, but we can also aggregate and access hardware from other networks. So Filecoin, Render, Gaiman, etc. These are suppliers on our network as well. The difference between us and Akash primarily, right, because both are sort of compute deepins, is that Akash primarily focuses on co-located clustering, which means that if your clusters or if your GPUs are not in the same physical location, then Akash cannot cluster it. And also, I think there's a slightly different focus here, right? Akash has with 300-ish GPUs right now. 300, 400 maybe. We've got, I think, over 600,000.
640,000 GPUs.
So it's a slightly different scale, right?
It's like it was.
Yeah, it's a slightly different scale. We call that a small difference.
Yeah. 300 unit, literally. We're not talking about 300,000. I think based on our analysis, the largest network in the whole crypto industry that have GPUs is actually functioning does not have anything more than 9,000 GPUs. So comparing us with 640,000 GPUs, 20,000 H100, A100, 15,000 H100 coming soon from a partner, we're talking about massive supply, currently valued more than $3.5 billion. That's actually there, and it's actually working, and it's not something we call, the wait list that we never see. It's actually, running. So this is something what really differentiate IONET is execution, and basically a product that works, right? We don't promise, we don't tell people what we're gonna do. We always surprise you guys with the product, and we will always remain that let's say like that theme in the company, that we never say what's coming next. Almost, we surprise you with a working product, not a promise of what's going to be working one day. I think, being through the crypto, we've been fooled a lot by everyone in the industry. Not everyone, but by a lot of people in the industry, a lot of players that always just catch narrative or try to maintain some ideas, spread it somehow. But in reality, when you come to action, where's the product, right? Where is it? Where's the GPUs? I think that here's plays a big part.
That's right. Hopefully, question, man.
Can I just double down on that real quick? So you guys are talking about the difference with like what you guys are building in Akash is that Akash can't do any local clusters. Is that what you said? So are you guys?
So
Is that something that you guys will be able to provide?
Yeah, so Akash only can cluster from GPUs that are in the same physical location. So we call that co-located.
Wait a second. GPUs in the same location that are actually the same device.
Yeah, they're the same device, right?
Yeah.
It's a single instance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and whereas IONet, we can cluster from GPUs that are not only in the same site or the same unit, but we can also cluster from GPUs that are
Yeah,
geo-distributed.
and someone is like, why does that matter, right? Like, I'll tell you why it matters. Because in the age where GPU is a shortage, it's very hard to find one startup. We are working with. They need 1,000 something A100 GPUs. We can't find it. I mean, like, we couldn't find one data center that have that GPUs. Even right now, like, it's very hard to find it available and ready for a cluster. Like, the availability was a big issue. So then we have to tackle the problem in a different way, or sorry, the right way to tackle the problem is like, yes, you get 1,000, you get 300 that's available from data center 1, and then you get another 100 that's available from data center 2, another location, and so on and so forth. So you keep like a market order, aggregating the supply. But at the end, can I give that 1,000 GPU to the end user, the client, with an experience that looks exactly like it's from one location? Yes. Here comes the difference. So, and that made basically a bridge of a gap, because you could get an instance from here from Vast AI, instance from here from anywhere, and so on. Like you could aggregate that. But right now, I can bet you, like, you could go anywhere in the world. You have 1 hour from now. You know what? 2 hours. If you find anywhere in the world, the planet, Earth, all of it, if you can rent, it was 100 GPU, 150 GPUs in the next 2 hours. Anywhere, go to AWS, go to Google Cloud, go to Azure, go anywhere you want. CoreWave, Genesis Cloud. I know I'm gonna name you all the providers. If you can manage to do that, I'm gonna give you 100,000 IO coin immediately. And reach out to us if you manage to do it in 1 hour. Record a video from now and go. You have 2 hours from now. Go rent 100 GPU wherever you want. Just get it. Try to get it from the same GPU model. Any GPU model. I'm not gonna give you a name of GPU model. Just go get it. And here comes the problem that we're solving, right? Because yes, this have a few A100s here. These guys have a few A100s here. Yeah, sure. These guys could serve independent developers, people playing at home, deploying models, testing around here and there. But large-scale AI startups, production workloads, heavy workloads, something that would sustain for months, good luck. It's really good luck. You can't find. So, and here when IO came in, it was like, hey, we get the GPU from everywhere, but all these GPUs could act like they are a single processing unit, even though they are geographically different, making some kind of like a super distributed computer. You will know more about this once we launch more about the Internet of GPUs concept. So they provide instances, we provide the Internet of GPUs. Like, it's totally different entirely. Like, technically from the bottom up to it's another game.
A lot of it is scale, right? It's scale, like some of these like network sizes. Like there's a lot of deep ends that are popping up.
And simplicity. Like you
That's
could
right.
literally go right now to the front end and deploy I don't know, like 4,000 RTX 4090 in 90 seconds. You know what? Good luck finding it anywhere on the planet. Yeah, on that simplicity. Come on, like
Sure.
the ease is another game. That's why our user base is growing massively beyond what we even imagined. Because the simplicity, like literally, like right now, anyone could feel like, hey, wow, wait a second, did I just deploy a cluster of 100 GPU in like 90 seconds? Interesting. So that trigger, every engineer trying our platform feels the same trigger. And this drive is driving the adoption. And also at the same time, that easy to bring in a GPU. And hey, anyone now, we're democratizing earning from GPUs. Like, you don't have to be AWS to earn from your GPU. You don't have to be CoreWave or these big players who have the finances and the money to market their GPUs. No, just bring in the GPU you could afford, or you could plug it into the network. And hey, suddenly you are just like an AI compute platform like AWS. You're suddenly part of a big AWS, like, crowdsourced AWS in a way. And that that simplicity on the other side for the GPU suppliers to bring in their GPU supply, and I'm telling you, it's not even simple enough. Like, we still have a lot of work to do.
There's a lot.
And the new
cool stuff.
platform, the Cloud 2.0,
Whoa,
we call it.
whoa,
Okay, I'm stopping here. It's another level.
Whoa! All right, we're gonna take some other questions. Thank
Please,
you, Philo.
please.
Before
Yeah, may I
this
ask
guy
the
reveals-
question?
Hey, hi, Aski.
Arcanum,
Hey.
please go, man.
Yeah,
Hey.
thank you. Happy to be on stage today. You look like a rock band, like Imagine Dragons or something. So, guys, I have a few questions today.
Tell us.
The first one is from Leland. I really like this question about eBunker. Can you tell us more? Because some luckiest of us have these NFTs, like myself, but others would love to know more. So could you share some?
So I can tell you a little bit because I've been talking to the eBunker guys. First of all, I have to be honest. They're not an affiliated project, right? So they're not a subsidiary of us. They're not officially partners or anything like that. But the beautiful thing about a DPIN,
1 second. Honestly, today I knew about them.
I literally just told about it
literally
today.
I knew about the whole story. Like I have no clue.
So, the beautiful thing about DPINs, right, is that they're decentralized, which means that, as we continue to move towards progressive decentralization, we're going to see some more of these things kind of pop up, right? And again, I'm not going to ruin, anyway. So this really cool thing that eBunker is doing is what they've done is they've created an NFT that represents a tokenized form of 30 days of a GPU on our network. And what's really crazy is, we're going to see DPINs really explode, but when you have a DPIN that's the scale of IONET, I really think that there's going to be this new category of project called DPINFi, like DPIN plus DeFi, except it's going to be like really interesting things like LSTs, tokenized assets, and RWAs, like what Debunker is doing. But the cool thing is because IONET is permissionless and decentralized, anyone could build something like that on top of the network.
Yeah, totally agree.
Hopefully that.
So, and the
Yeah,
next
man.
one
You
is
said you had
is about tokens. Is about EO. I really like to know about any staking program. Yeah.
I mean,
Slides.
Could you
okay,
share,
listen,
please?
so-
Yeah,
so-
we're
so
really
the-
interested in, because airdrop is nice and so on, but we want, to look forward, to contribute more.
Imagine like it's the staking system is so crazy. It could literally like there would be no supply in the market. Like that's how crazy it is.
We have modeled, so in some of our modeling where we're looking at 50-60% total stake using the mechanism that we put together. But basically the way that this is going to work is we will have staking, and staking will be used to effectively collateralize, right, and incentivize the network to perform well. And it's going to create a really amazing way for you guys to partner with node operators. And so one of the bigger pieces of feedback that we've gotten is, what do you do if you're a community member and you can't buy a ton of GPUs? What if you're a community member and you can't afford, right? I mean, listen, like I'm not going to have an A100 sitting in my home, right? And we know that a lot of these AI companies, right, they're going to first cluster H100s and A100s and kind of these higher end cards. Well, staking will allow a way for people who don't have GPUs or maybe not a super strong internet connection to also earn when the enterprise grade GPUs earn it. So it's going to give you guys this way to kind of work with the independent data centers, the large scale miners, the professional operators. And I think maybe I'll keep it there for now.
Well, can I just add
Yeah,
one
of
little
course,
bit?
of
So there is that reward that's given every hour, right? So that reward is built in a way where both the supplier and the staker could collaborate together, right, to make this staking insurance into the worker joining the network and being very available and ensuring security. But because this both is happening, the availability reward is split between the guys, right? In some format, of course, some percentages, but it's split in a very fair way where, hey, I brought the money to allow you to keep your GPU healthy, right, and to bring up your reputation in the network. And this the other guy, so give me some part of your rewards. And this the other guy also is like, hey, but also without me, you can't do that, right? You need my GPU. So we did it in a very collaborative way where we don't want our community to disconnect. We want both the GPU supplier and everyone else who's not a GPU supplier, both of them to collaborate together in a very fair way. So, and I think that's like kind of the summary of the staking system.
That's right.
And if from us, like also the staking system was built in a way that's fully Sharia compliant, meaning that like the interest and all this extra payment that could damage the network in the future was eliminated out. So you will like it.
I think it's gonna be an absolute banger, right? It's gonna lock up tokens. It's going to help secure the network and grow the network. And my favorite part is, again, we heard a lot of the feedback, right, where not everyone has an internet connection or a GPU that makes sense, and this gives you guys a way to participate and support as well.
I love to hear
Cool.
it.
Next question, guys.
Yeah, can I ask one
Right.
more? One more.
Hi, Asif. Hey,
Can you allow us just
Yeah, we're gonna try to give. Yeah, we're
but
trying to
we
give
keep
other
you on
people.
stage. We
Yeah,
keep you
yeah.
on stage.
Yeah,
hey,
okay.
hi, Asif.
Mandar, I
Can
think you were next. Absolutely, man. What's your
Yeah,
question?
Asif, so the thing is that I'm new to this space, like deep in space. So I was wondering, let's say if I rent your GPU like 309 series. So I was wondering that if will I get a dedicated GPU or will it be a like shared one, right? And if it is a shared one, let's say I'm running a AI query that is a very like a heavy AI query. So how you guys managing the load balancing? Like how you guys are doing in backend? I was wondering like if you could
That's a good
explain few things.
Very good question. We do not fractionalize the GPU. So each single unit of a GPU is a single unit of GPU. Just like when you get it from AWS or from whatsoever, in the sense of like this unit is dedicated 100% for you. And even the owner of the GPU, for any reason, if he tries to run mining or some other operation on the GPU in the background, we block him immediately and give you another GPU. So you're fully owning your own GPU, making it more secure for your workloads.
Hopefully that answers your question, man. Who's next?
Yeah, thanks, Asif.
Of course, man.
Yo, hey guys.
Hey, Russ, how's it going?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. The stage is looking amazing. You're back. I have the best for you in Token 2049. So my question
You can see
was,
this laptop. There's maybe like
what did you say? You lagging.
Sorry?
I couldn't hear
no,
you.
no, you're
sister.
good. You're good. It's okay. What was your question?
Okay. So I was wondering, why are you particularly choosing Solana network? I know you mentioned that you were in talks with Solana team to find a workaround for this congestion, and it seems most of it is resolved right now. The congestion is mostly gone. But what happens if you lose access to a network, a blockchain network, in a congestion situation in future like this? And why particularly Solana? Why not another network?
So I can take a bit of this, and I would love to hear Shadid's answer as well. So, when we launched, right, one of the most important things to us is that we could build community very fast. And as you guys know, Solana has been growing extremely quickly, and their team was very supportive of the project early on, right? One of our earliest backers. And we first unveiled this project at Solana Breakpoint. The second piece is that, like any crypto project, right? Even blockchains have their own scaling challenges, and we've seen that with Solana in the past couple of weeks. But generally speaking, Solana is fast. It's cheap. We've seen it work at pretty high scale, and look, everything's gonna have bugs, right? However, the way that we're going to kind of think about redundancy and scaling in the future is you guys have already sort of seen the Aptos announcement that went out. We moved a lot of BCA inference infrastructure out to Aptos. I think the team really likes developing on Move. And, we will eventually be looking at building out and having our own block space, right? And so I like to think about this as Solana was a really great place for us to kind of get started, launch this project, build out this project, right? And then eventually, at some point, we'll continue to grow and diversify the tech that we use.
You basically nailed it.
There we go.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Hopefully it
thank
answers
you.
your question, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, who's next?
Hi guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. You're doing great. I have a question. I'm just a beginner right now, and I just started being a worker, and I really like your project. So I just I'm wondering if there is a way to increase my tier, and starting to have a problem with the Docker. Instead of using my GPU, it's using my CPU mostly.
So a couple quick things on that. On the tiers, the tiers are unrelated to the workers or anything like that. It's just a community program, and so as you spend more time in Discord, get to know people and contribute to the community, right? You should kind of see that increase, and then the question on the Docker?
Right. So for the Docker, I think your device was not hired yet, right? So when the CPU load you're seeing is basically some services that are running to make sure your device is healthy, stable, to make sure you are not manipulating our Docker containers and so on. So it's more like health checks. Once your device is hired, now doesn't mean that your GPU is going to go in usage up, because for example, like sometimes even me, like I have some servers in DigitalOcean or other provider.
Yeah.
I don't use them all the time. I have the machine there. Whenever I need it, I send workloads to it. I just have it because I know it's going to be available anytime when I want it. So this means that in this time, that machine, right now, like I have few machines, for example, they're not used, they're just there. So the CPU load is like really slow, small, and there's no GPU load whatsoever.
Yeah,
But then
exactly.
suddenly I want to use it, immediately access and use it. So your GPU usage is not related. I mean, it's just logically, it shouldn't be related, because the engineer could hire your GPU and then not use it. Like that's his problem. But I think mainly your GPU wasn't hired for any workload.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, man, for your question. I'm gonna move you off stage so I can bring other people up, but whoever's next, please go.
Hi.
Also, I have a question. Oh, hi.
Can I be
Yeah,
the
let's
next
go with Goku first.
one? Yeah, thanks, man.
Of course.
So I have been hearing from you guys that you have been planning to run your own IO chain, right? Could you please share us a bit, like on the roadmap, on the plans on that?
I think we're gonna keep that one really hush for now. There will be more information in the future, but
In the
for
right
now,
time. In the
yeah,
right
at the
time.
right time.
Understood. Thanks, man.
Okay.
Of course.
I have a question. Where did the idea from the
Please.
project come from?
Good question. Well, let me tell you the following. So the real story, I was running a quant fund, a ML powered quant fund. So we had like strategies across different markets, like crypto and stocks, trading thousands of stocks and hundreds of coins. Each one of these stock have an ML model that is built just for this behavior of this specific stock or this specific coin. So we're talking about like thousands of models, and you have different models for. We don't want to get into details, but there's so many models, thousands of them. Each one of these models has to run on a GPU. So this quant fund, trading across different markets, consuming massive compute power, that the bill is like really high, but at the same time it's a quant fund, so we're able to sustain the cost. Now, later on, back in 2020, so I've been doing this for 7 years. So in 2022, sorry, once the war, before the war, like if you remember 4th of December, Bitcoin crashed, 2021, 4th of December, Bitcoin crashed massively from 57 to 42. From there, notice that this is the beginning of the bear market, like this is a confirmed beginning of the bear market. So from 4th of December, we started immediately scaling our cash out from the crypto to become like 20% crypto, 80% stocks. Now, when we went to the stock market, it's different level in terms of like when you have more money to deploy, then you need to monitor more stocks. So you need to ingest more data, and the models just become heavier and heavier. So you even want more GPUs. So the cost then, considering I was like small profit because like low latency trading. So considering our small profits, to adjust my balance and profits, I need to reduce my bill by like 300,000, something around that. What is the solution? AWS is selling me the RTX 3090, Genesis Cloud for around $24 at that time, a day for each day, and I'm using 1,000 plus 1,000 card. So it's really heavy bill. So it's like, what if there's a solution, to reduce the expenses? So just like called up. At that time, Ethereum was moving from proof of work to proof of stake. So we're having a lot of supply moving out, dormant supply basically that no one's using it for. So I called my friend. This is for the quant fund, not to serve any project, just for the fund to reduce expenses. Called my friend in Saudi Arabia. Hey man, how much you earning from your RTX 3090 mining other coin? It was mining Firo or whatever other coin at that time. And he was almost with electricity, without electricity expenses, around like $1 a day. I was like, look, I'm gonna give you $4 a day, 4 times what you would make. Just give me the GPU to use it. Like I'm gonna run services there. Just allow me to use the GPU for $4 a day. He said, okay. He had like around 300 something GPU. I had access to the GPUs, and then I was deploying a technology that we were using for scaling this massive compute network. We were using a technology called Ray. Without it, which OpenAI products, Uber AI products, Lyft, Instacart, all these products wouldn't exist without this, like something called Ray.io. So I was using Ray 2. It's the industry standard for scaling across massive number of GPUs. I installed Ray there, told him, hey, please make your internet better, put more RAM, add more storage, please. I need extra, etc., etc. We started to enhance his farm to match what I need. Now, this was just more like a testing. So we're like, okay, can also the same cluster that's threading the market, like, why not to use GPUs from another facility too? So I called a friend in Slovenia and Kuwait, 2 friends, like, hey, can I use your facility? You're 100% suffering from what happened. Nothing else to mine. I'll pay you $4 a day for the card. They were okay. So I started to install these packages, upgrade the infrastructure, and then I found out Ray is built for like a single data center usage. So it's not built for clusters across multiple locations. I called the CEO of Ray. It's like, hey, but this is not built for this cluster. I need now one cluster of 1,000 something GPU across these 3 facilities. I say, but Ray is not built for that. It will fail. I said, okay, sure. I don't take no for an answer. Started to try to research and find what is the right way to do it. I found it. And just was doing that. And then I was like, okay, let's add more facilities. I expanded. Now I have very cheap compute. I can do so much more. So I started to call Iceland here, there. Now I have same number of GPUs I have. I could in AWS or Genesis Cloud, I have around 1,500. Now I could have 8,000, 9,000 GPUs for the same cost. So why not? I said, okay, I continued doing that 2022, the whole year, and upgrading that infrastructure. And then 2023, in February, I was like, wait a second, that actually, if we could put a cryptocurrency in the middle, I could incentivize more data centers that are suffering from the crypto mining, or they don't know how to sell their GPUs, to join the network, and I could use it for my quant fund again. I was like, okay. So I started to expand more, and then but wait, this could actually be a network for the people. We could actually solve this problem that every AI engineer, every colleague is suffering from their cluster, 2,000 GPU cluster. I'm unable to find Azure. Took me 4 months waiting for the order to come. I was like, wait a second, I don't have that problem. I have all these facilities, and there's so many of them that I just don't know what to do with that extra compute. So we're like, okay, this actually is, for the first time in history, we could actually, because we have the infrastructure that clusters, and also because this Ray technology, or whoever builds on Ray, uses massive compute power, we could rebuild what Golem tried to build back in 2018 and 2017. They tried to build this compute network. They ended up building single instances, and you just rent one machine from someone else, or other providers on storage. You could just take one machine and store things there, and they could replicate in other places. But so simple. It doesn't scale to what AI needs. It can't scale. Nothing scales for AI needs. So I looked at the market. I looked at everyone. Those who don't even have GPU supply, and they say they have GPU supply. Those who have GPU supply, but it's not enough. Those who have GPU supply, but doesn't fit for low latency and large scale AI startup usage like mine. It's okay, actually, there is a I don't know. It's just the right time. I have to do it. I have to fix the problem. It's so much bigger than a quant fund that's making a few millions a month. Definitely so much bigger. So I said, okay, let's solve the problem for everyone who's suffering from this problem. Let's use this Ray technology and the advancement that we're working on everywhere. Let's build actually the first compute network that to Web3, the massive money that's totally unrelated to the crypto market. Market goes up, market goes down, doesn't matter, because the income that's coming on the network is coming from Web2 companies that are AI funded by hundreds of millions of dollars. Doesn't matter, right? Totally uncorrelated. So actually, I could build an asset that's totally uncorrelated to the market, potentially, plus exposure to AI, plus it solves a real problem with a product that works at massive scale. Why not? So I was like, why not? Let's do it. And just that was 26th of February when I was 26th of February 2023, when I decided this has to happen. Immediately there was a hackathon. At that time, Solana Grizzlython hackathon was like, you know what? Let's just try to submit it. I don't need the money for the prize, but let's try. I want to win. I see like, is there a demand for such idea or whatsoever? Let's try. I did, submitted the application, and then that was like in 1 month, like kind of re-architected the internal systems to match this idea, created a demo front end, submitted to Solana team for the for the prize, and then like 2 weeks later, Shion from Multicoin Capital was like, "Hey man, wait a second, did this actually work? Like, does it really work what you're building?" Yeah, I was like, "Show me." Showed him. I was like, "Okay, come to Austin, Texas." Went to Austin, Texas. Met Kyle, Multicoin team, met everyone, even met Filecoin team, Render team, met multiple people. Was like, let's do this. Like we'll help, we'll support. Let's do this together. So okay. We started, got the first funding, started building, called all my neighbors in SF, literally neighbors, like, hey guys, could we do this together? I need help here and here and here. Like all the teams, started to build the team. We became 30 people in the team. Move forward, November we launch. Move forward, we raised the $40 million. Right now we're announcing a few days. In total, we raised $40 million now. Now we're like, across the unicorn status, and we're just like blowing up so fast. The technology works. As you see, 600. I didn't even dream of 640 GPUs, 1,000 GPUs in like, I was like, this is a 5 years plan.
Yeah, that's
But
very crazy.
somehow it went beyond control to a point where like, hey, wait, we built the infrastructure for like 10, 20, 50,000 GPUs. And we were like planning to scale, within few months, but not scale from 50 to 80,000 GPUs.
No, we were at 25,000 in February.
25,000 in February. Now we're at 640. Azure Cloud themselves, we have some services we're running there. They blocked us because we're interrupting the APIs. It's too much traffic happening. So we had to move to other cloud, and it caused maybe some problems in the front end. And some people are like, here, but the team scaled. Now we have more than 100 people. We have all the tech teams on top of this. Cloud 3.0 is coming on the TGE. You have a whole new platform. So yeah, we're here. Hi. Was very fast and crazy.
Great question, man. Let's take it over to NPC Frank. How's it going, man?
Hey, good. How are you guys doing? Good to finally see you guys. Yeah, so I actually I had a question, but I think it was already answered throughout this conversation. But I mean, so I have a little bit of familiarity with let's say, for example, 3D modeling. And I've heard from so basically, so imagine if the model required 20 gigabytes of VRAM to run, right? If you try to run it with a graphics card with 16 gigabytes of VRAM, obviously that remaining 4 gigabytes will be paged out into system RAM. I guess the question was, is IONET system able to accommodate that job using two RTX 4080s with 16 gigabytes of RAM in different locations?
That's a tricky
And I'm
question.
sorry, I'm
No.
asking this mainly because I'm trying to become more familiar with IONET and their capabilities.
Look, IONET is an infrastructure, right?
Mhm.
You need the knowledge to know how to parallelize the model layers into two locations, and then you connect them together. Yes, both of GPUs, they will think that they are on the same data center on the same network, right? But you need to build the model in a way where the inference pipeline basically parallelize the model neural net, two locations. It sends it to the first location, gets the inference result, send to the second location, get the inference result. If the model architecture is built in that way, it would work definitely. Like, why not? So it's not something like it's above our, like, we are at the hardware layer. What you said is an implementation, more like an implementation.
Okay, awesome. Thanks. Oh, one more question. Do you have anyone who manages a sort of like a white list of and this is more of a tech support type of deal, because if we're helping people in support, let's say they come in and they say, "Oh, it says my device is unsupported." We'd like the ability to link them, the list of supported hardware, but we can't do that. So I have to then tell them, "Oh, you can Google this and you'll find it."
Well, if listen, not right
It's a
now
good
because we're in the middle of this, but
But a
we,
good
we yeah
point.
we can also there is a there's a permission setting that allows certain people to drop links in there, so we'll make sure to fix that with the bot.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks for the heads up.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Likewise.
nice meeting you too, man. All right, let's get a couple more questions in here.
Hello,
Let's
guys.
go next.
Hello, guys.
Hey,
Hey.
James.
Yep.
Hi, James. Where are you
Hello.
from?
I'm from Russia. um,
Welcome.
guys, I'm a fan of your work. Express my gratitude to your team. Very thank you. Tell me how you can we as a community help you in the coming days in Dubai Expo? And second small question, Ahmad, where are you from? Okay, thank you.
I don't know where I'm from, but I'm Arabian Muslim from this area. I belong to any Arabian country, basically.
And as far
Okay.
as helping support us, I mean, Ahmad's going to be doing a couple panels, keynote at main stage.
Yes.
A bunch of our team is going to be around, hopefully posting content. And so when you see it, just support us. Give us a retweet, give us a like. Let's spread the word.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Sure.
you.
And let's see you at the booth in Token 2049.
Yeah,
You're more than
come
welcome.
out to Dubai and see us.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's see who's next.
Oh, I have a lot of people.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in here.
Too much.
Who's next?
Hey guys. You okay?
Hey, Saitama.
Hey, hi guys.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
What's your question?
So one more on the technical. So it's actually possible to run cluster both in Solana chain, Aptos chain, or does it have to solely on the Solana?
I think you're a little bit.
Yes.
Can you try that again?
Your voice is unclear.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me okay now?
I hear
Try
you.
and try again.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
again.
So like is it clusters on two parallel? So one do a couple of Solana and do a couple of Aptos.
Saitama, can you type your
Can
question?
you type your question?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I heard clusters, Solana. That's it.
Hello, how are you? Do you hear me?
Hello.
Hey, Volcano, how's it going? Yeah, we can.
Hello.
Is it my
What's
turn?
your question? Yeah, Volcano, why don't you go?
Okay. First, I
Are you
I
talking
want to
Mustafa?
thank.
Hold on, give me a sec. Happy, I'm gonna move you off the stage really quick. Volcano, go for it.
Thank you. First thing, I want to thank you everyone for this platform. I'm new in this platform and new in this whole world. I'm trying to educate myself and learn more about this world. So I would just want to thank you everyone, and I have one question for Mr. Ahmed. I think his name. He says he's Arabian and Muslim, so I want to ask him if this platform may add more learning courses with the Arabic language, because we have a little problem with English language. That's all my question.
Hello me guys حاضرين وان شاء الله يعني الفريق جاهز بنعملوا رينيمينج وعفوا ترجمه للدوكيومنتيشن، فان شاء الله قريبا بنطلع الدوكيومنتيشن فيه بالعربي كمان.
شكرا.
وشكرا. ما صحيح احنا مش كثير متفاعلين في الجمهور العربي، لانه للاسف يعني العرب دائما متاخرين في كل شيء، فحتى الجمهور العربي مش لسه مستوعب جي بي يو او العالم هذا.
نعم.
سامحنا يعني.
لا عفوا
شكرا حبيبي.
عفوا انا بحاول اني اطور من مهاراتي واكون مواكب معكم ان شاء الله على طول.
يلا good luck man.
Thank
We're
you.
more than
Thank
welcome
you.
the community.
Thank
اهلا
you.
وسهلا.
I'm sorry for taking more time. Thank you.
Man. No problem. Thank you. All right, who's
Can
next?
I ask? Okay.
Hi,
I don't
sir,
have any
please.
questions. I just have a request. Ahmad, get me one of the school jackets.
If you come to Dubai,
are you coming to
you
Dubai?
can have that one.
Are you coming to Token 2049?
I'll try. I'll try my best.
If you come, here's my jacket. I'll give it to you.
We'll be at more events in the future, right?
It's worth
should just sell
the
it
trip
online.
just for that.
Yeah. You know what? You know what we'll do? We could try to put a merch store online, and we can sell the
Yeah,
shirts and
man,
jackets.
we can ship it for you. Just come on,
Yeah.
talk
Yeah,
to
yeah.
us.
Oh.
We'll find a way to ship you on LinkedIn. I'll ship you one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Send us your
I
address.
will give you one GPU for free.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, who's
Yes,
next?
Thank you.
IO merch. That's a good name.
IO merch. Who's next?
We should call
Can
it
I be
IO
the next one?
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
please,
My
Vin, go ahead.
question about security, sir. What is the information about security audit, sir? And why choose the Solana blockchain, sir?
So really quick, we did answer the Solana blockchain one earlier, but long story short, Solana, big community, works, cheap fees,
investors and partners.
And so it was a really great place for us to get started. And then you want to take the question about security?
But I didn't hear it. Like
I think he was asking.
What about the audit? Security audit?
You're
Audit.
asking about like smart contract audits.
Yes, sir. Security audit.
Yeah, so we're actually in the process of getting.
We were just saying, when you say security audit, like, could you elaborate on that? What do you mean with security audit?
Means third-party security audits are like centric.
Of what? Like security audit of APIs,
Yes, sir.
security audit of code, smart contracts. Like, what is your interest here?
No, sir. I want to only secure my tokens and other funds.
Secure my tokens.
He's talking
We
about.
don't hold tokens.
He's talking about
Right.
smart contracts. He wants to make sure.
Yeah.
that the-
Well, of course. Look, before launch, all the security audits of the emission reward system will be published. We will not hold your assets. So unlike now, you have your rewards coming in and so on. There is a different mechanism when we launch. So it will be much more secure. Also, like, you will be there's something we're going to launch called IO ID, which you
Yes.
obtain your ID, and then like there's like a extremely locked environment there that protects your information, let's say, needed rather than assets, because we will not hold your asset, right? So it will protect your information as you want. Plus, the company is doing SOC 2, is in the process of SOC 2, ISO, and other security audit thing other than the smart contract and Web3 stuff. So security
Yes,
for
right
us is like
now,
top
not.
priority. Like,
Yes, sir. Right now, we are not hold our fund, but when launch our token, that's why I'm asking this question.
sure. No worries.
Thank you, man.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Look at the ripple effect.
Thanks for your question, man. Who's next?
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam. Tell us.
Good to see Sir Ahmed. I'm from Pakistan.
Yes, sir. Tell me.
Can I speak?
Yeah, please.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I have a question. I want to participate in GPU campaign. But when I participated in that campaign, I came to know that my GPU is not supported. My question is very simple: that why there is restriction in GPUs? That there are specific GPUs which are allowed to participate in that campaign.
Yes. So the answer to your question is, we look at this in a long-term perspective, right? When we're making a campaign that we're giving away or airdropping or collecting points, which will give you some interest of getting some IO tokens as a gift and so on, we don't want to give anyone. We want to give, especially for the GPUs, like, we want to give those who have the GPUs that can be used on the long term in the network for AI startups and so on. So that's why we had to list it. Like, some GPUs below the 3050, they are unusable. So if I give them rewards, they come in, they are incentivized about something that's not sustainable. And we care about sustainability of the network. We want this to last for a long time for you guys. You're not just here, or whoever provides GPU, just to get the GPU, get the airdrop, and go away. No, man. You're getting here, you're starting a journey with us. You're being part of a network, the world's largest compute network ever built, AI compute network, that is going to solve humanity's problems. So being part of this is not just for the airdrop. We're here to actually build something massive. And right now we are in the phase of aggregating the supply. Soon is the phase where we could utilize this compute power in an amazing solutions, amazing ideas, and amazing other startups that need this project. So our duty is just to give them the best supply possible.
And also, we mentioned this earlier in case you weren't around, but even if you can't access a GPU or maybe your minimum connection speed isn't fast enough to be a supplier, you can always participate in staking as a community member.
Well, then we're back to the same point. So there will be the staking thing announced, and again, like when we built the staking with the whole team, the main goal was like, how can those who don't have enough money to buy a GPU also be part of those who have massive compute power in a very fair way? So how we could build this system that both of them rely on each other, and we are very close to that. More details will be announced when we announce it Tokenomics. So stay tuned.
That's actually, you said tomorrow, right? The 15th.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, I
All right.
completely
Well,
understand.
all right. Thank you for your question, man.
Thank you, Michelle. Take another question now.
Who's next?
Can I say hi
Yeah,
to
last
my
question.
friend? Actually, I don't have any
Or take-
technical questions. Can I just say hi to my friend?
Of course.
To your friends, sure.
Yeah.
Hello, Stas.
Hello.
I wish you airdrop tier 10 roll. Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Airdrop tier 10. Man. Can I get that one too?
Who's next? We're gonna take one last question. Let's make it a
Yeah.
good one.
Can I be the next
Mike,
one?
can you go?
Yes.
Of
Thank
course,
you
you
guys.
can be the last.
It's amazing. I mean, it's great to see you guys over there. Live. It's a better way of communication, I guess. So my question is, what makes IONET unique is that clustering of GPUs, regardless of the physical location, right? Are you guys worried about being copied in the future by another company with the same idea? Or are you taking any
So-
precautions, or just you say, it's something that cannot be done?
So I would love to hear Shadid's answer as well, but something to think, guys, about is network effects are really, really important in these types of products, right? So you guys have sort of seen, in fact, there have been new competitors that have popped up in the last every single day. There are new DPINs popping up. So from my perspective, right, there's two things. One is, honestly, and I know I'm biased, but IONET has definitely started to hit exit velocity here. It's growing extraordinarily fast.
Let me simplify it.
Yeah.
Extremely simple. Okay.
Sure.
Let's take Microsoft. Cool.
Right.
They have Microsoft built a new system that looks exactly like Microsoft Windows. Cool. You published it to the market, and there is Microsoft Windows outside with the size that Microsoft Windows is. Cool. Across 1 billion device, they already took over the world. That's it. Like the first who came to the market with a product that actually worked was the one who took the market. In this situation, it's us, thankfully. Now, if we keep maintain not only some technical advancement, actually we have 4 breakthroughs in the technology, but not that 4 breakthroughs, but plus we already had huge team, a lot of funding, and have already captured big share of the market. So for another competitor to come in, just like you building a new Windows and bringing it to the market, it's not just about that, right? It's not even if you somehow build this technology, that's exactly the same service. Then you have the sales, you then have the marketing, you have the team, you have the funding, you have the community, you have it's a huge list. It's not only about the idea, and then not only about the final product. It's a multiple of things together. Like we always focus like, yeah, from a product perspective, we're better here and here and there. Well, sure, yeah, but it's not about that. It's like even if the product is the same, it's not. But even if the same, we have 640,000 GPUs, and the biggest competitor doing exactly what we're doing with AI workloads have 300 GPUs. So what is the difference we're talking about? Like it's already far and beyond. So
incomparable.
yes, they could pick up. It will take them some time, but if in 1.5 months, 2 months, we reach to 640,000 GPU from 20,000, that team that managed to bring that, how much they could bring in the next 1 year of products and services plus of GPUs. So like this,
Right.
you know,
We are
it's
already launched, right? We are moving.
All right, guys. Really
you.
appreciate the questions today. Thank you so much for joining us. We're probably going to do some live streams at Token. We'll definitely do some live streams at Token.
You mean in the booth?
We'll do some live streams at the booth. Maybe we'll just do a Twitter live stream, so it's a little bit easier from the
Oh,
phones.
nice.
Yeah, so we'll definitely putting out some more content. Thank you guys so much for the questions. As always, thank you so much for coming in and supporting us. This IONet would not be what we are without you guys. And
Yes,
so,
definitely.
how many more weeks until launch? Two and
Exactly. 1 second. We are 13 days.
13 days?
A few hours.
All right, we're 13 days and a few hours from launching the totally new version of IO Cloud. So stand by for that, and lots more to come, guys.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.